opportunity and for the privilege to lead. Thank you for inviting the visibility and the good name of this university. In Jesus' mighty name, Lord, we pray.
Today, as we take on this day, I just want you to focus and pay attention. Some of the things will never be said again. Some things you again meet them. But of course, from the horse's mouth, you meet them from different speakers. And the mode of delivery may be different. So I implore all of us to take them. Some of us are handwriting, some of us are marathon. You know, it is okay, it is a free will. But how I pray that every one of us here, at the end of the day, we benefit. But one thing I want to assure you is that as we go into this training, and as we get, into deep into leadership, some of us will get into this leadership and go the way we came. The way we came is the way we're going to move out into this leadership. We're not going to learn anything, we're not going to get any experience, because it's going to be formal. It's going to be as usual. You came in as a speaker, you're going to be there, you're sharing things, but at the end of the day, you will not benefit. But now it is a responsibility, a personal responsibility that you should have. You should be different as a leader. When you give this training today, you should go differently. You should start doing things differently. How do you do that?
Because the university is a very highly structured institution, and therefore, as we serve, we must understand the limits of authority, the reporting lines, and others. Because each layer comes with certain powers, certain authorities, certain obligations, and responsibilities. So as a university, we have one major decision-making body, which we call the University Council. That is what we start with. The University Council has powers of appointing, has powers of suspending, has powers of approving, whether it is budgets, plans, documents, and others. And all the actions of other principal officers, including the Vice Chancellor, Principal, and others, you may do an action pending approval by the Council. So meaning the Council can reverse even the decision of the Principal or the Vice Chancellor, or they can confirm the decision. So that's why we are saying under the Uganda Teachers University, we have a Chancellor, we have Vice Chancellor, College Advisory Committees, and others. But this is slightly edited because here we are only projecting for the college, for only one college out of the many. But as the university, I was saying, after the university council, then we have the Chancellor, who is the Archbishop, the sitting Archbishop of Uganda, is also the Chancellor of the university. Because this university is a church of the university. Below that, we have the Vice Chancellor, who has executive powers. The Vice Chancellor, who is the Archbishop, does not do day-to-day activities. When he comes once, when there is need, maybe on graduations, preside over some functions, but the Vice Chancellor has executive powers, approving money, approving appointments, administration, and other things. Then below the Vice Chancellor, we have two Deputy Vice Chancellors. We have one Deputy for Academic Affairs, we have another Deputy Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration. That is for the entire universities, rather the entire university. Then we have a principal at the level of the college, because we come down from the university, then we come to the colleges. The colleges will be headed by the principal. So when we come to the colleges, we then pick almost the same model, which is at the university where we have the Vice Chancellor, then DVCs, two DVCs. So when we come to the level of the college, we also pick that model and we move down. The university structure, we will bring it to the college. So when we come to the college, the principal will be like at the level of the Vice Chancellor, because it's the head of the university, and therefore he will be the head of the college here. Then below the college principal, we have 2 deputies, where like at the main campus, we have a DVC for academic affairs. For us at the college, we shall have a DVC or a deputy called the academic registry. Then where we have the DVC for finance and administration is where we have the college secretary. Because we do not want to use the same titles, because the college is not the same as the university, the main university, but the structure is the same. So the college secretary will be the head of finance and administration. Then the academic registrar is the head of all academic affairs. So we have academic departments, then we have non-academic departments. The academic registrar heads all academic departments. Like here for our case, we have 6 departments of academics. When you move to those departments, there will be, below the academic registrar, there will be heads of departments, heads of those departments. Then below the heads, we have lecturers. Below lecturers, we have some teaching assistants. Then we have students. We have Dean of Students. It is also a big department, headed by the Dean, then the Guild President, the leaders, then students. The lecturers, head of department, academic registrar, then it comes to the principal. So we shall really understand. So how do we work? And how much authority do we have in this structure? So the way you move down, the powers will keep reducing until you get to the bottom. So powers for decision making, powers for influencing policy, powers for influencing actions. So in case you are following up your issues, if you are running the guild activities, we shall expect you to follow the structure. But this does not mean that the structure has to delay the services. The structure is put in place for normal activities, for regular activities. Under normal circumstances, we would expect the things to flow from down until they get to the top. But there will be instances, there will be circumstances that might necessitate not for the work of the structures, and it will be justified, depending on the circumstances.
Is in charge of religious affairs. Yes. In the organizational structure, you say, if I got a view where that the major decision maker is the university council. We have heard of different policies, and I would like to know the body that is responsible majorly for making policies. And 2, you talked of the academic registrar being in charge of the concerns, of the academic concerns of the students. And we have had a lot of queries concerning the transcripts. In fact, recently we had some bit of a discussion about who is responsible, the office that we can visit, somewhere, maybe the fact that we have been inquiring from the academic registrar and has not been addressing our issues, we can go directly to Mukolo to pick our transcripts. So, yes, I would like to get clarity on that.
So I will start with the issue of policy. Who makes the policies? So as I said, the University Council is the supreme body in the university responsible for decision making. They are the very people to approve every action, every plan, every policy. So when we talk of the policy, let's even understand what the policy means. A policy is a guiding document, or it is a guide, and we have different policies or different policies on different issues. And when we make, or when they make these policies, they are meant to guide actions. There are some activities which are regular in nature, and to standardize the actions of officers, to limit the authority of these people, or to put some kind of uniform measure of the actions of the officers, they design a policy.
Advice about leadership. And this institution is a system, works as a system, and in a system, when there is a department that is lacking, that means the whole system builds on it. And at the moment, at Ucu.Bbuc University and the UC fraternity, the policies we're talking about, I think, we also look at the strategic location, how people earn, how people get, because the way we earn here is not the way those people earn. And some of us, our parents, or our caretakers, or our sponsors, they have also strategies on how they have always paid, like you have been doing. So on Tuesday, this team, after speaking, the number of students actually came to office. That's why we had an executive meeting. It was an emergency meeting in my office. Students came and were like, no, sure, communication. They would have communicated it, because the policy was saying, pay someone, like I said, they have jobs, the man is not a job, and they are saying we pay with what? We started studying in Feb, students do not have that job. So they were like, if a policy is planned, let communication be effective, because it came on, when was Tuesday? Okay, and they are saying on 21st you should have done this in the same month. So communication is a problem and it affects the timing. So thank you.
Practically present, as we said, you are going to work with them.
About this, you should also think about the most of the times, when it comes to the deadline, students are up and down. And now when you bring in the 50% in between the assembly, meaning we are going to have two phases, make the students so busy and miss on classes. Now, for instance, I'm not managed to afford the 50%, and I miss that test. It is, if I have to pay for that 50%, meaning I'm supposed to give that test every time. But still, it's going to affect my intended. My request would be that we adopt and review the system of the deadline and the penalty. That would be my request.
And for guidance, where the guild government is doing their part properly, where they seek counsel and guidance from the Lord, strikes hard in capital, because to interest the members of the community on this code. So, modesty, don't be arrogant, be humble. God has given you the opportunity, use it very well to influence others to do what is right. Self-development, get time to reflect, to think about yourself, get time, reflect and pray, get time to read, put in extra effort.
So as we go to other sessions and mega sessions, thank you, Augustine. We are going to have break first.
The good planning and then the question.
Boop derp derp.